Move this closer to me. Okay. I think we're ready to let's start playing the game. Hi. Greetings, it's me, Buppy Park, on this wonderful morning. I'm a bit late, so we're just gonna start. We should have started a while back, but you know, what can you do? I don't continue. I just wanted that for one of the thumbnails in the stream collection, but that's good. Alright. So, we're in recess. Last time, we completed all of episode 3. That was a pretty wild case. Imposters galore. Pretty fun. I think it was all in general. They did get to that. Phoenix does just bring up that imposter thing, though. Like, obviously, the victim was also an imposter, just kind of out of nowhere. And I'm like, what? Why did you go like to that? And it makes sense, given the clues, but it's like the audience just, like, whiplashed into it. It's fine, though. It was a good case. Fun times. We were able to trick the real person who did it and get Maggie off of another crime. Poor girl. But this time we're taking a trip to the past. Phoenix is in the hospital bed for some reason, reminiscing about Mia's first case, the case that we were told about in the first episode of the game. And we're defending a death row inmate here who has now been accused of a more recent crime of escaping from prison and meeting believe Valentine, an officer of the law who helped put him away, and then she mysteriously winds up dead. But he apparently did not do it, and it seems that face from the first episode may have something to do with this case, because she may in fact be the real culprit. But we're gonna find out what's going on here, hopefully. February 16th. Mr. Fox. I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we still badly need information. Information, right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. Also, I need to look at the court record again. Hang on. I want to see this. 5 years ago, escaped from custody. Killed a 14-year-old girl. I just thought about this. Age 19. 5 years ago. She's 14. Well, she killed. More accurate to say is she fell off a bridge and into a river. And then we never saw her again. Weird, huh? So weird. Anyway. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case of that Zebra boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I killed nobody. I never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay. I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. Okay. This picture. It reminds me of everything. We look the same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Okay. I wonder. Was her name? I feel like her name was different, wasn't it? Was it God, I don't remember that episode. It's been a while. Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Oh. Right. Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister. How old were you back then? 20. Dude, that's a little sus. That's, what? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go. Bridge. Perilous situation. Shut up. Coming in closer, and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not gonna get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but it was to protect her little sister. I can understand why she did it. Wrong. No, protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love. I'm not saying that. No, dude, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Age difference. Oh no. Ugh, did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Oh, hold on a moment. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah. Me. And Dahlia. And Valerie too. Valerie was in on it? So far I'm not feeling that sorry for you, dude. You saying you were 20 trying to date a 14-year-old? Come on, man. Come on, man. No. Something weird with this game series about ages and people getting together. It was a circus case too. I was like, the dude's an adult. The two dudes going after are an adult and that girl's 16. What is wrong with this game? I don't understand. It's fucked up. I'm surprised they were able to get away with this on the DS. Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. Bang. I was shot an arm. Dahlia, she jump in river. What a messed up family. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He drew her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. Well, these 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? Maybe it's because you're dating a 14-year-old, dude. That's all I want to know. Well, that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer from her mouth. That's all. So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. There's one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? The diamond. Oh my god, it's gone, isn't it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia. Maybe she had it in her hand and then... Shwhoop. That day on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. And then she died, quote unquote. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. Well, it's gone. Never to show up. Okay, so my guess is that Melissa Foster here, Dahlia, aka Dahlia, was like, well, I got a $2 million diamond. I'm gonna make myself rich. I'm gonna make myself a new name, new alias. I got all this money. I can do whatever I want. Woo. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her. My sweet Dahlia. Gross. They never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. I'm not saying that. You're a teen angel, God. How old was she anyway? Just 14. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. The fuck? I'm glad that they mentioned it. Well, please. I was like wondering, like, can we all like do the math here? It was 14. It was 20. The gross. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. I'm only solving this case just to find out what the fuck happened. That being said, I wouldn't blame Dahlia if she took the $2 million. I was like, okay, listen, my boyfriend was an adult man and my sister tried to kill me for money. So I'm gonna take this $2 million and make myself a new name and never go back, cause fuck that shit. I'm out. And I was like, you know what? I don't blame her. Good for her. She kills her sister. It's like, all right, fuck it. Now I'm gonna get on this girl's side. Except for the fact that later on, like in a couple years, a year or so from after this case, she's like, and then I'm gonna use my two boyfriends to commit a murder on a lawyer, and then frame one of them. At that point, it's like, all right, now you're drawing the line. Now you're crossing the line. I mean, you're crossing that a bit too much, buddy. Man, oh man, angels, he says. Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. The $2 million gem used as ransom for Dahlia, lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. The trading rules come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron's hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Remember the rule. Alright, water. It's important. 1:49 p.m. Also, I didn't realize that Edgeworth here was doing just Von Karma mannerisms. Not his Edgeworth mannerisms. It makes sense. His Edgeworth never put his finger up and did. He's just copying his mentor. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness! Are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand the defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason could a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course, I think. Huh? Huh? You still acting like a tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. This is an honest and upstanding young lady. No way she murdered that person in electrical. Also, hello, Omega. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for a click, you lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. Oh boy, here we go. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college. I have never even been to Eagle Mountain before. Okay, I should find a way to disprove that. I don't know, maybe just go into more detail about it. Press her on that. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago? Or kidnapping a poor girl? I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Well, I think we agree on that part, to be honest. Out of the country, huh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You have to bet, kid. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. Alright. So what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed. It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Oh, we must press her harder. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Objection! Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether the witness has any connection to the case. I lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you just stated to the official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. Actually, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant. Let's press that one. Why not? You didn't know either person. Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'd rather shy around people. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is she just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it really was a coincidence. Before we continue, let me think. Found on Dusky Bridge. Taken by the witness. Bridge unchanged for 5 years. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. That must mean that Dahlia is alive. Didn't know either of them. Her name is Melissa Foster, though. We cannot prove that yet. That she is Dahlia yet. We would need a damning piece of evidence that can prove that. Used as ransom for Dahlia, lost an equal 5 years ago. She has a diamond on her, but I don't see a diamond on this character right now. She could have it in her pocket, or in her purse. Not sure, but we'll just keep pressing other pieces of information. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. Damn. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through here. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. You just said you didn't go there. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's personal, private life. What? All that matters is that she is a material witness of a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you. She's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. This is ridiculous. I'm just doing my job. To Landry College, I never even been. Okay, so she said we were with a college trip. That's why. Okay, that makes sense then. Do you have any reason for them, like hurting them? Perhaps but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's objection. You stop objecting me! Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? Why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time an officer showed her this photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Ha! That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. It's not fair! That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. Also, if you were sentenced to death 5 years ago, like, you think that would have gone through? Like, how long does it take for the death penalty to be like, alright, we're finally gonna do it. We'll kill you. It's like, they've just been on hold. He's been on hold for 5 years. Like, I guess I'm waiting. I guess I'll keep waiting. I don't know when they're gonna kill me. I guess I'll keep eating the taxpayers' food. Fuck it. It's like, so much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he is innocent of those charges. Although you could probably arrest him for pedophilia. That we're fine with. Just arrest him for that, to be honest. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. What if I had been wearing a white scarf that day? And he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a better man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? No. Every time we must have it added to the testimony. It doesn't matter. Your Honor, what the witness just said was tremendously important. I'd like it to be added to the official testimony. What? What's wrong with you? The prosecution has no objection. Sure, go ahead. After all, the defendant is a killer and mentally unbalanced at that. The testimony only helps to prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough. Witness if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like he said, then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for the world. Huh. Looks like you pressed too hard this time, kid. Mr. Armando, keep looking around you, and you're gonna lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. Yeah, probably the scarf. Yeah, no, that scarf isn't white. So I'm assuming here's what happened. Because, I'm gonna try doing it again. This is the wrong scarf. This isn't it. Maybe she planted this scarf and she wore the right scarf. Because in this it says... Obviously he wouldn't have found her, but he wanted a white scarf. He doesn't know how she looks like. So... First, I'm gonna just present this. Yeah, let's present this. Fuck it. Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. Okay. Are we really bringing color in a black and white photo? Are you all insane? It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Oh, you're talking about the scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh yeah, that's right. How do you know about that? How do you know about the white scarf? We didn't talk about that while you were here. Well, it was a foggy day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Objection! Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... she read the note. She knows about the note. Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. No, now you're just now it's worse. Why did you say that? Huh, I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. False's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear a white scarf for identification. White scarf? No, fuck! This is like fucking shit! Why the fuck she lying? Why you always lying? She keeps doing it next year too. Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, the witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... I could have added this. The only Hawthorne deceased. Valerie's younger sis, victim of a kidnap. murder. Fell from bridge, no body found. I should probably put a question mark on deceased. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. What do you mean you never heard that name before? It's the trial involving kind of her. Who does research here? Also, hi, second. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. I know the trial technically doesn't involve Dahlia, but still, come on. Y'all could have at least read up a little. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. Ah. Miss Faye must be desperate. She's trying to bring the dead back to life. I am. I will. I'll do it right now. Watch. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. That, we don't know that yet. Oh, she was kidnapped, yes. You said she was killed. But was she really? What are you implying? Of course people thought she had died 5 years ago. When she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. Objection! She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. Objection! But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Even you could... Miss Faye, you're not saying... It's happened before. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Oh, what the fuck? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3 alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I'm... I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this matter this far. You don't mean... What are you talking about, man? What are you bringing up? The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Oh no. Huh. Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. What the fuck? Dude, how did you know that? God. No way. But then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, she wasn't gonna say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce to you the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But, I thought she died 5 years ago. I thought so as well, but, as you can see. Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? This motherfucker's like, yes, you're right. Yeah, sure, fuck it. It's Dahlia. Hey, it doesn't matter that she murdered her though, fuck it. God damn, man. That was nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? Motherfucker, her sister just died! Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute! For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of a victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Objection! Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is plainly obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that you murdered her. What? This is insanity! I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would the witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. This guy's insane. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It was this guy, the crazy coffee addict. I don't know what's wrong with him. Objection! I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Huh! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I wasn't sweating bullets until now. Now my animation. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. What the fuck? You are younger than me! Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her sister Valerie Hawthorne? Good question. I would assume it is the gem. That or is the letter? That's the letter. No. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Either this one or the last one. We're gonna go with the gem, diamond first. It was not the diamond, it was the letter, wasn't it? What is this? This is the defense's idea of a joke? Maybe? I think it's a funny joke. I'm saving right here. If so, I certainly don't get the punchline well, Miss Faye. Oh, that was the rashness of youth. The rashness of youth? And what is your point in furthering such a stereotype? There must be a good reason for that. And somehow it must involve Valerie Hawthorne. Okay, one more time, Mia. You gotta read the court record more carefully this time. It's a note. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is a note she left. That's right. It's a pretty empty coffee cup. That's why he needs another. 10. Another 10 of them. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia, and also my defendant Terry Falls. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. Oh, wow, what the fuck is that? Oh, man. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh, yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. And she did just confess, just admit, yeah, I'm totally Dahlia Hawthorne, so you can talk about that. Very well, I will grant a request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Little maple leaf? What? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago. Bam. Bam, bam. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. That's an extreme, don't you think? The last part? The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fair? Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. Uh-huh. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Oh, you were kidnapped, huh? Tell us about that. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes. As a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I'm fucking 14. What the hell? Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. Why did you ask that question then? Mia! He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? Clever is anything but with that guy. Tell us about this diamond. I heard a diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. A $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded her sister Valerie make this exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why did you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... shot in the arm. How much protein can I make with the 2 million gallon of milk? Damn. That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Falls started to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second. He gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. A bloodthirsty grin? Oh! And in the next instant... Oh! A fantastic story. Well, it's just a story. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes, I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Yeah, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me ever again. Pretty strong, huh? New identity, it was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. This guy keeps coming. It's the moment of truth for the witness, too. Once the truth about this stage kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will see how much of a Jezebel she really is. I've just got to prove the kidnapping was a hoax. Alright, here comes the part. Alright. Lost in the Eagle River 5 years ago. What happened to it? Can I ask that? Then Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. For my family's money. Maybe this is where it is, because she says, I'm afraid about all that rich stuff. I don't want to be rich anymore. She's got a diamond, or the diamond's gone. But, nah, that was flimsy anyway. That was a flimsy logic there. She shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Victim of the kidnap murder. Fell from bridge. No body found. Sandusky Bridge. Key witness in the case against Falls 5 years ago. Sentenced to death 5 years ago. Escaped from custody 2 days ago. I mean, she could easily say they got lost, that she didn't have it. We can't prove yet that she has it on her. Photo of the trunk of Mr. Falls' car. She was lying about being... Really? I feel like the only thing would be the note. That's close, because it says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth comes out. Unchanged for 5 years. Oh wait, she just says, hang on. Off the bridge from behind. How'd it go? Was it... Was that broken back then? The logistics of the bridge is bullshit. You said that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt the push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you claimed... Oh, God, death! Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dolly Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But that's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in water level wouldn't have made a difference. You probably would have hit the fucking seabed. God! You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Objection! Just a moment, Your Honor! It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in his arm, it's plausible Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Boop. I mean, that makes sense, to be honest. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, oh my god, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Yeah, the logic was slightly flimsy as well, Mia. They could obviously debate that, like, she probably just fell off the side of the bridge, not just from behind. Order in the court. It seems Miss Frey's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Objection! Not now, Mia. This is no time for to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Frey's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. It's kind of hard to get through that. That's a lot of wires. That's not, yeah, it does make sense. It could be that one. Forgot to save. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Look at that. Little wires. Little wires. They're too tall. She's 14 at that time. Well, she's short right now, I think. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! Well, let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and drawn her off with a shot in the arm, my guy? So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Oh. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. He's losing it. He's losing it. Order, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, You jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Objection, indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Objection. Well, I'm just gonna keep saying objection every day, girl. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Objection! Oh, then what was it? What was so important that you would want to jump into the river? Oh, let me just get the evidence. Hang on for a second. The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. She got the gem. She got the diamond. The diamond. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. No. It can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was gonna keep it for all herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. Bang! Fuck this, I'm out! Bye, you dumbasses! At the last minute, she betrayed him and drew herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. What? That's simply ridiculous! Order! Objection. You can go on. 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? She's rich. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped her make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? Objection! But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This was the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. Oh, that's a crazy plan, girl. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Is she gonna confess? To be said, everything we said, though, is all conjecture. We still don't have total evidence. Who's that laughing at a time like this? God. Forgive me. It's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Faye. Huh? You can certainly weave an exciting tale, naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? I forgot that's a thing. Wait. Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. I was 14. I plotted with Mr. Falls and my sister. And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that. Well, Miss Faye? I don't know. Shit. What a joke. You, Miss Faye. You stupid or something? Ah! How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Yeah, we kind of were like going off, and we were spitting bars, but we forgot that we don't have any evidence of all this. Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. This is it. Is it really over? That girl's made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh! Without evidence the trial is over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. False's stolen car and went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person that can testify to that demon woman's crimes? We really gonna bring this motherfucker on the stand? I mean, there's nothing else we can do, so fuck it. He's got that row on him. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls. Oh man, oh shit, he's bringing up that dude. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Yeah, it's usually in favor of the prosecution when the defendant calls their witness. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. You're not going anywhere, Dahlia. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Oh my god. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never betray each other. Terry? Dahlia? It's true. It's true, you're alive? You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Oh my god. Dahlia! I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Huh? I think he's losing it. Can't talk. Need water? Oh well, I guess it'll be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitter than hell and stuff. who Terry Falls saw. Alright, Terry, come on. Don't be an idiot. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. From Bridge, I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Fucking damn it, Terry. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Faye. This last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. That's what you get for trusting pedophiles, Mia. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think, oh man, I'm on like 17 cups of coffee. My brain is just going fucking haywire, man. I'm gonna go why. Damn it. Taking a fall for her. Okay. You stop in front of the bridge. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining. Already dark too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls? Eagle Mountain. That spot. Strong memories. Right, so we're missing. Why did he just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here? You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I mean, he did that in prison, I assume, so. I'm sure, yeah, Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. Damn, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of an eye. I watched my car from bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Oh, yeah. Okay, go on. You were watching the car. That bridge other side is broken. Nobody can come from there. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess so. So, oh yeah, they have to come from the car side. Nobody can jump across the bridge. Yes, so they were coming from there. Okay. Well, wait. How did it go? Wasn't he on the... I didn't really think about... Was Falls on the... Let me see the photo again. They watched. The photo was taken from this angle, and Falls is on the car side. And but if no one can come on that side, then how did this angle happen? What? Okay. Did you just like let her pass? Like, all right, go past me. And it, all right. So I was watching car. What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling, a contradiction. I wonder what's on the other side of that broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up in the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came. No car. Nothing. She stood in front of me. Okay, hang on. Wait, first, let's have him press on this. Miss Ross, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remember her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Sorry, I told a little lie. Oh my god. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. Where did she leave from? Which direction? What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls? I told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. So what was the truth? She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That's what all I think to do. She said that. That's why she lied. She got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with that answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her. Oh my gosh. It don't matter to me no more. Either way, my Dahlia, gross, dead. But you just saw that she isn't dead, dude. After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. You know what? We don't need to press that one. I think I can maybe do it. I can... Nobody in that car. One woman stood in front of me. Alright. I want you... This photo is very odd. Because the photo taken is... as if she teleported in front of you, my guy. So when you got to that bridge, no one arrived, huh? You waited on that bridge? You sure of that? Yeah. I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Oh, fucking. I'd love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived on that bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. You doing all right, my guy? Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go, a special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. Gross. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. This thing, goddammit. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I want to get. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Good job. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls? He cut his tongue, didn't he? He's committing suicide.
That's enough. Please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink the bottle.
Oh no, she drank that bottle. He drank that bottle. I thought he just cut his tongue and just started to swallow it. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. I couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we're so close. Just a little more. I'm going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls! Well, like Mr. Falls just fell from the poison. He's dead. He died in front of us. And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners. Only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought I'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando.
You were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault? It's my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself?
Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make it. My coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia.
Yeah, the music.
Did you get it? You can't cry yet?
I was gonna cry. You just crushed that coffee with his bare hands. What is wrong with you?
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando! No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them.
He's just built different. All that coffee just going through his veins. It gave him superpowers.
1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case.
Yep.
It's all connected to this case. That woman. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. Creepy! It was finally over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Yeah, why are you in a hospital, my guy? You good? Turnabout beginnings. The end. This is it.